What's up, everybody? How is it going? We are 2 weeks behind on our printing for air intakes. So if you want to place an order for air intakes, please put in a deposit. We'll let you know in about 10 business days when they're ready. When they're ready, we'll give you a holler, pay the balance, we'll send them out. And then we're starting to work on our UAV. We're going to look at about 8 motors on here. We're going to use carbon tubes with pre-preg like attachments. And yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be really cool. And we're working out propulsion now. So we've got a lot of the construction down. We don't have exact construction costs yet, but we're pretty close on the supplying of the airframe, which is going to be, again, carbon tubes with pre-preg like panels. And we're going to try to keep everything like really flat, so it'll just like keep costs down in terms of like if you break a window, you can just get a new window or whatever. And it's going to be fully redundant. So we're working out propulsion right now. I don't think we're going to use turbines, but we're kind of thinking about whether it should be turbines or some sort of a hybrid electric with generators propelling like 200 or so pound lift motors. So yeah, right now, it's kind of like the infancy of UAV. So those types of motors are sort of exotic. And I think what we're going to have to do is build our own turbine or, repurpose an engine and make it like, maybe 2 engines, because, you really just can't even buy Honda generators big enough. So then after we get the motors set up, kind of what we're thinking right now is if we do a hybrid setup, we're going to go from, a small battery to like ultra large capacitors, and we'll just have those for burst speed, and that the whole system will be able to run on, and fly on just 1/2. So again, we'll have 8 propellers on this, and it'll be split 4 and 4. So if a whole system goes down, you can still run it. And yeah, we're looking at turbines. I think it would be cool to use turbines, but my friend had a jet agency, a jet company or plane company in New Mexico, and everything in New Mexico is like super far apart. So it's actually a pretty good business. And he told me back then that he didn't like working with turboprops and turbines. He just felt like they were more expensive. So, I mean, I've got that in the back of my mind. I was going to use Honda generators and just have 2 of them. But they're just not going to be powerful enough for what we need as of right now. They're not. So we're going to have to probably, look at some sort of a high performance engine option that goes into an equally high performance, inverter system. Anyway, guys, if you got any like suggestions on this, please let me know, because you all have been so helpful. I remember I was printing out like the air intakes in ASA. A lot of people are saying you can't use ASA, and you guys are right. We really needed to use polycarbonate. So, I mean, ASA held up, but it did deform a little bit. So we're just using polycarbonate now. And, I guess that's kind of why I'm out here, is doing this with everybody's, because I believe in open source. I kind of think after we build this, we might make it open source with the requirement and licensing that anything else derived off of it also has to be open source. So you couldn't just like use our code or whatever and build your own thing without letting that be also open source. And I think that that's where we're going to go with this. And I'm kind of thinking we, build one and we have like an ultra high performance model too, because right now when we price this out, just the propulsion systems that we want off the shelf, it's almost $800,000. So I think that's a little bit too high right now, of course. So that's why we're going to try to do our own custom propulsion systems too, and we probably can't use off the shelf for that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all the help, support, love, everything. And, I know this sounds crazy, but I don't think that I would be given this vision and want to push so hard on these type of flying cars unless there was provision for it. You know what I mean? I'm going to coin Joseph Prince's term right there. You know what I mean? I'm going to use his term. So, when you see something, God gives you the vision for something, there might be an expiration date, but there's usually a way for you to be able to do it. That's my opinion. And, you can put in different words, synchronicity, the universe, whatever, but I think there is some sort of a global consciousness or a consciousness of good. And I think that when they show you things like this, or it shows you things like this, it sounds impossible. I know. I know a lot of people who really support me are like, yo, Cliff, this is impossible. So anyway, well, let's see. Let's see. But I think it'd be really cool because I got to raise some fucking money anyway. So I think it'd be really cool to fly one of these into the venture capitalist parking lot. And if you guys want to show up with me, I can give you some of the meetings. We can bring a whole bunch of Mercedes in there too. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.